Om Dinamapi Rajani Sayamaprata Shishira Basantu Punarayata Kala Krirati Gacha Stayo Starapina Muncha Tyashavayo Bhaja Govindam Bhaja Govindam Bhaja Govindam Muramate Prapti Sanne Hite Morane Nahi nahi rakshati dukrin karane Agre vani prishti bhanu Ratrau chibako samarpita janam Karatala viksha staratala vasha Starapina muncha yashavasha Bhaja Govindam Bhaja Govindam Bhaja Govindam Muramate Prapti Sannihite Morane Nahi nahi rakshati dukrin karane Angam galitam palitam amundam Dasana vihina jata tundam Vridho jati grihitva dandam Starapina muncha asha pindam Bhaja Govindam, Bhaja Govindam, Bhaja Govindam Muramate Prapti Sanne Hite Morane Nahi nahi rakshati dukrin karane Bala stavat kridha sakta Taruna stavat taruni rakta Vridho stavat chinta magna Parame Brahmani Kopin Lagana Bhaja Govindam Bhaja Govindam Bhaja Govindam Muramate Prapti Sanne Hite Morane Nahi nahi rakshati dukrin karane Om Nari Starnabada Nabi Desha Mitya Maya Mohavesha Etana mansa vasadi vikaram Manasi vicharyam baram baram Bhaja Govindam Bhaja Govindam Bhaja Govindam Muramate Prapti Sannihite Marane Nahi nahi rakshati dukrin karane Kashtvam koha kutta ayata Kame janani ko me tatta Iti parivayo sarvam sharyam Vishwam tvakta sapna vicharyam Bhaja Govindam Bhaja Govindam Bhaja Govindam Muramate Prapti Sanne Hite Morane Nahi nahi rakshati dukrin karane Nahi nahi rakshati dukrin karane Wow. Well, this morning I thought to show you a little of the neighborhood of the pond and what it is like in America when winter and the snow falls. Here's a very nice school, a high school, so beautiful and big, and children from all race and color, they come here, and a place of learning. America is so diversified that we all have to live with everyone. And in Jamaica, Queens, New York, people from all over the world live here, from Greece, lots of Greeks, and Africans and Indians and Bangladeshis, heavy in Bangladeshis, and we all survive here. Chinese, all are here. So, this is what makes America great. We know how to get along. Well, this morning, I want to tell you that I'm feeling really good after going and blessing some stores. And, devotees here in America, disciples of Swami Parameshananda, they will have the Swami Parameshananda in the entrance and the exits of the store. And then once a year I'll go bless the stores. And when you go there, you feel his presence. And they feel the presence too. And then you could see how everybody is enjoying the greatness of God and their presence. Whether it be the Christ or the Buddha or Pranavananda, Swami Pranavananda, or Lord Shiva or Krishna Bhagwan, Mother Durga. You know, we have to levitate towards God. And I could see that in the stores, that when I go in there, the people of all faiths and colors, they will be silent, and you feel that ambience of spirituality there. And this is the greatness of God, that wherever God is. But you know, when we have the capabilities also become God. As a matter of fact, we are already gods and goddesses. Because if I ask you the question where you came from, Kastram Koha Kota Ayata, Kame Janani Kome Tata. If I ask you where you came from, who's your father, your mother, and why you are so much entrenched in this illusion in the dream, that's because we've fallen. Isn't that so? We've fallen. And we got accustomed to live in this fallen state, to manipulate, to assimilate our thoughts, and to just, you know, just be in competition with each other. How we can outsmart each other, how we could do better business, and how we can overpower each other. You know, this is the animalistic life. So we fall into the animalistic life. But when a saint like Swami Parameshananda, a God incarnate like Swami Parameshananda comes, what he does, he reminds us through his actions. And he lifts us up to that social level where we leave no one behind. Oh my God, I had the opportunity. It's impossible, devotees, to really get what I'm trying to say if you yourself doesn't go and help someone. If you don't take responsibility for those people who are in need, and you just hold on to your money and your time, and you don't spend time with them, it's impossible for anyone to lift themselves up from that animalistic stage to that social stage. And you know, when you go to that social stage, when you look out for everyone, that is God. You get God's grace right away. And I know how it works, because Swami Parameshananda, you know, I like the COVID is on, and this is a seva I'm doing, I'm telling you. So this way you can imbibe on it in these quiet moments. And that's something that, you know, we are here together as one family. And we're hearing these divine messages coming straight from Swami Parameshananda, because through the yoga and meditation, the spiritual practice, the sadhana, what happens? You get to that place of God's grace, existence of God's grace. So this morning, it's a simple message I want to bring to you, and make a change, please. Make a transformation. Don't live that life you used to do. Don't just be there killing time. Oh, what am I going to do with the time? I can't go outside. People, I got to wear masks. There's restrictions. I can't go to the restaurants. Well, this is the time. God's grace is coming in a different way, where you're forced to go inside. And I love it, because why? This is like a culmination of all the experiences that He have given me, taking care of the people in tsunami and cyclone in Orissa and Andhra Pradesh, and going to Guyana and cleaning out the villages there, and going to Nepal and rescue boys from the street and bring them into the ashram with the help of Swamiji's and our staff there, and our Saryadav, and then going to Assam and working with our Chesham Maharaj there, and he's taking care of 900 students, 3 schools, 1 boy. He's in training now to get his Gauric clot. All of this experience, God Shila work with the tribal people, and going to United Nations and speaking at Security Council and General Assembly, and going for conflict resolution in Syria, Lebanon, Israel, Palestine, and spiritual harmony in so many countries, Italy, Japan, China. Oh, I'm not speaking and bragging of because of ego, but this is how the Guru works. And now it's coming down to this. I could feel this contentment that is coming from the seva. I cannot understand how some Swamijis, well, this is their way, how they could not want to do these things. You know, when you go there and you're sleeping on sidewalks. Remember, we go into Sabrimala, Ayappa Swami, and we missed the bus, and we slept on the sidewalk. And who was next to me? Dr. Swami Parameshananda. Doctor sleeping next to me. And this is where you kill the ego. You're not looking for comfort in an ashram where you got air conditioning and yes, that's good, and heat and TV and music and everything. Yeah, that's good, but that should not be dictating who you are and how you live your life. The sadhus, Swami Parameshananda said that luxury is one of the betrayals of spiritual life. When you look for luxury, what happens? You will be putting that coat, that layer of Agman. And then what happens? You'll be like protecting what you have, and you won't want to share. So this way, this goes for householders too. So anyway, make a change and make a transformation. You want moksha? Oh gosh, how blissful it is when you're in the company of saints of BHARAT SEVASHRAM, and shaking the hand of the Pope at Ground Zero in New York, and giving the Dalai Lama a hug at the United Nations. Oh, and be in the company of great people like James Morton Parks. All of these are great people. I have my friend CJ she's a nun, and she lives in Ohio in the convent. These are the people that you want to be around, and the conversation that we'll have. Oh, this is satsang. And this morning, take the satsang, and you'll see the transformation. When you do that, guess what will happen? Your mind will expand in every direction. Your thoughts will destroy all your ego, thoughts of bondage, and your consciousness will have no limitations. It will be all-pervading, all-powerful, omniscient, knowing the past and present. And who are you? Who is this all of we talking about? We're talking about ourselves. But the gods and incarnations come to remind us to do this. Ah, what a beautiful scenery here. And this morning I send you the blessings. Don't deny it. Pranavananda Swamiji. Om Dhyana Moolam Guru Murti. Puja Moolam Guru Param. Mantra Moolam Guru Vakyam. Moksha Moolam Guru Kripa. Moksha Moolam Guru Kripa Om. Ah, you deny the blessings of the great gurus of the Christ and the Buddha and Lord Shiva and all the gods and goddesses. It will be a sin if you deny it. Please don't do it. Receive it. Open hearts. Receive it. And know, admit to yourself that you have fallen. And it's time that you lift yourself up. Don't you're going to say to yourself, I'm not going to live this animalistic level life, wanting to eat and drink and enjoy like the animals, but we want to lift ourselves up and just eat food that is necessary for our survival. Wear clothes that is only necessary to cover the body. Simple life, and you'll see a transformation. Well, I hope you take this message today. We said a lot, and let us see if we could chant something. You know, when I do the pilgrimages, I went to the Kedarnath, Badrinath, and coming down and going to all the ashrams in Joshimath and Okimath and Kedar and Gauri Kund. Oh, that pilgrimage is so good. And this morning, let us end with a nice chanting of 2 slokas from the Mundaka Upanishads of the Atharva Veda. Tata para rik ved sham veda yajur veda Atharveda shiksha kalpo vyakaranam niruktam chandi jyotisham tata parayaya Adigamyate, I missed that one. And then we go, this is the lower nature that even the Lord is saying, the Vedas are saying that the Veda is the lower existence of God. The manifested state, it talks about a manifestation of God in the Vedas, telling you that's the lower one. So the Vedas are saying, no, we have to go to that. And then tata para yattad adgresham agrayam agotram avarnam achakshu srotram tarapani padam vibhum sarvagatim yad bhuta yoni paripashyanti dhiraha. And then he's asking, the Vedas asking us to go to that real thing, that one thing that is real. Go to what has not been manifested. And this is what we need to do. You know where you got to go for all of this? You got to go inside. Swami Parameshananda's 10 divine messages, every one of the message is saying you got to go inside. What is religion? Self-sacrifice, self-abnegation, self-discipline, adherence to truth and countenance. Right? He's saying that. And then he's saying what are real enemies? In laziness, procrastination, lustful senses and passions. What are real friends? Energy, enthusiasm, perseverance. Did you see him mentioning anything outside? He's saying go inside. Everything is there. What is religion? Self-discipline, self-sacrifice. And then he would have said, what is real death? Forgetfulness of the self. What? Forget that we are human beings, that we have the highest of the Creator is inside of us. And we are the creation, the body. And who is the creator? The life force in us. So this morning I said so much, but I'm so riled up in a divine way after yesterday and the wake up this morning. And this enthusiasm, perseverance, is really flowing nicely. So I give you this message and enjoy it. Enjoy your day. If you're suffering, it is because of your own causing. Because you're looking like to enjoy like an animalistic life. And when you don't get it, you're unhappy. And when you do an animalistic life, you know you're going to suffer because it has nothing to do for your well-being. Come out of that animalistic state. Oh, you're gods and goddesses. We're gods and goddesses. Hari Om, Shanti, Shanti, Hari Om. I want you to chant mantra, Guru mantra, if you don't have one. Om Sri Guru Shivaya Namah. Om Sri Guru Shivaya Namah. Om Sri Guru Shivaya Namah. Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare Om. Make the human effort and you will get God's grace. If you don't make human effort to come up and from your fallen state, then you'll continue to suffer in this life. Hari Om, Shanti. Don't suffer. Be wise. Let wisdom prevail.